Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing very, very well. You're going to want to watch this one. Watch this. If anyone's ever told you that because you're on a high carb diet, you're going to become diabetic, this is the video to watch. It's also the video to point those people to come watch it. We're going to watch snippets of a documentary where two twins, one goes on a high fat, low carb, Atkins keto style diet. The other one goes on high carb, very high carb, even sugar, and very, very low fat. And we're going to see what happens with their insulin, with how they tolerate glucose, because it's not at all what you would expect. It's not at all what they were expecting. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're doctors. I think that they're both doctors. So the documentary is called Sugar versus Fat. It was done by the BBC. I remember watching this because I was a low carber. When this first came out, I was on a low carb diet, and this was like, this really got me. I was like, what the hell's going on? Anyway, I talk too much. We're going to watch the intro first. So watch this intro, and then we'll skip to the part where they talk about what happens with the glucose, the insulin. Let's go.
We're doctors, brothers, and twins, and we both love to eat. But which is worse for us, fat or sugar?
Okay, they are doctors then, so yeah, very interesting. They're both doctors, and even you're going to see how surprised they really are by the outcome. And I think everyone that's currently on a low carb diet will be extremely surprised. So let's go. I have to go to a specific part in the documentary. Let's see, where was it? One second, folks, bear with me. Bear with me a wee second. Here we go. And we'll talk about the explanation as to why this happens afterwards.
Finally, we tested our insulin, the hormone that regulates the level of sugar in your blood.
Ugh.
Naturally enough, on the high sugar diet, I went first.
Your body's ability to produce insulin improved.
I mean, that is
That is
opposite
totally the opposite of I think what we would expect, what most doctors would expect, what most people in the street, if you asked them, would expect.
Your body has probably just got used to dealing with the sugar, the glucose intake, and therefore responding by producing insulin.
A bit like if I'd been drinking a lot for the month, my liver would upregulate the enzymes to deal with the alcohol. And it's almost the same thing. Like, because I've been eating loads of sugar, I've become better at managing it.
You're better at producing insulin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
is that
what
good
else?
or not?
In the short term, it is good, but long term, it might produce a problem.
An unexpected result for me. But what about Xand on the high-fat diet?
What is worrying is your body is not responding to insulin as well as it did. If you eat too much fat, that can stop your body responding to insulin, and it also can tell your body to produce more glucose.
So how serious is this? I mean, it's only a month, so is this a big difference that you're seeing?
Actually, it is a big difference. What we've seen is your blood glucose has climbed from 5.1, which it was before the diet, which wasn't great to start with, but still in a healthy range, to 5.9. Now, you're only 0.2 away from being pre-diabetic.
Wow. In a month, I've done myself some proper damage. Like, this isn't good for me at all.
It's not good for you. That's the first thing, actually. It's not good for you. You should stop that diet. Eventually, your body will stop producing insulin if you carry on down this path.
I've been on a no-sugar diet, and I just would have thought I'd be making less insulin and needing less insulin. You're saying I'm making more insulin, my body isn't reacting to it as well, and I'm well down the road to diabetes, which is bad news.
It's bad news. You're heading that way.
So I thought if you eat lots of sugar, you make lots of insulin, and that's bad. But it turns out me eating lots of fat makes my body insulin resistant, so I make more insulin, and that's worse. So I'm doing really, like, I'm close to being diabetic now. I'm not well.
I mean, I was wrong too. So I thought, well, I'm having coffee, I can't have my ice cream in it, so I'm going to put in loads of sugar. So I ate so much more sugar than
And
I
I would
normally
have thought that would make you diabetic.
That's
close to it.
Well, I think that's the received wisdom of becoming diabetic is about eating sugar.
Okay, let's talk about these results. So the guy they're doctors. They're both very shocked. I'm sure most people would be shocked by this. Apart from people in this community, we probably already know this. What's going on? He says he's becoming pre-diabetic. His body is going to start pumping out more insulin to try and deal with his the insulin resistance. So I've got some notes here. I want to go through them. What happens when you're like fat-induced insulin resistance? Studies show that when fat stored inside cells builds up, it interferes with insulin signaling. So the fat is interfering with the cell's ability to intake glucose. This makes cells less able to take up glucose from the blood. So the blood sugar rises even if carbs themselves aren't the problem. Okay, so carbs themselves obviously weren't the problem. This guy wasn't eating very many carbs. He was on very high fat. Saturated fat in particular is strongly linked to insulin sensitivity. And you'll note that the other doctor who's on the high sugar diet said that he actually deliberately on purpose started shoving in more sugar, so putting in his coffee and stuff, and he was just fine. No problems at all. Now I'm not advocating for a diet that is high in actual sugar, although I think a little bit of sugar is fine. If you want to put a little bit on top of your oatmeal or something, absolutely fine. Even honey, golden syrup, things like this, I take those infrequently, but on top of I eat a very high starch diet, high starches, and I love it. I just love this way of eating, coming from being a former low carber and then coming to being able to eat all the foods that I enjoy. I mean, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this. This is why the whole reason me starting this YouTube channel is because when you make this transition and you see everything improves while you actually enjoy your food more, you want to tell everyone. You got to get the message out. You have to tell everybody that you see, hey, you see someone doing a low carb diet, you don't need to do this. Another little note on this before I forget to tell you, they found that the guy on the high fat diet lost more muscle. Now both of them, I don't think they were taking in a lot of protein, so the high sugar guy lost a little. He lost like half a kilo of muscle, about 1 pound over the month, but the high fat guy lost a lot more. He lost, I want to say 1.5 or 2 kilos. I think 2 kilos it was. Yeah, 2 kilos of muscle. 4.5 pounds, that is. So you lose muscle mass, which is a disaster, absolute disaster, and at the same time, he almost became pre-diabetic. The doctor told him, you need to stop this diet. So, and if you've been watching my videos, you'll see the video where I went over a calorie-controlled 2015 study where they kept people in metabolic chambers. This was as accurate and precise as you can get. All their meals were fed to them. Same calories, the low-fat group lost significantly more fat than the low-carb group, almost twice as much. So you lose more fat, you don't lose the muscle, you don't become diabetic. I mean, it's just a win all around. And go watch some of my other videos if you're someone who's convinced that carbs turn into fat in your body, and almost all the fat on your body comes from dietary fat. The process of turning carbs into fat very rarely even happens in human beings. De novo lipogenesis is a rarity in human metabolism. So look, I said I was passionate about this message. I'm so passionate. I'm bringing out a free book, and it's coming out soon. It's going to be at eatleangetlean.com. The book is called Eat Lean Get Lean, and I'm basically putting all of this, everything I talk about, I'm putting it all in a book, and I'm going to put it out there for free. And if you're watching this in the future, hello, future person, it's probably already available. Should be available October 2025. So if you're from the future, go to eatleangetlean.com and get the book. And you're going to live a much, much better life. Promise. Your life's going to be a lot better. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to lose the fat. You can build muscle, because I am big on protein. You should be getting adequate protein. You feel a lot better, more energy. It's all pros, folks, and no cons. This is it. This is the way to go, the way to live. So until next time, I'm going to go. And I hope this was informative. If you haven't already subscribed, if you're still watching this at over 11 minutes or something. Oh, if you're still watching this at 11 minutes, type 11 minutes in the comments so I know. Subscribe and like. I never tell anyone to do that. You know, you're supposed to, you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. I never say it. I forget about it. But, yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you.